Hey, this is Boris. I'm traveling and riding on my KTM. I've been on the road now for 2 months, and it's time for a tire change. That's been about 700 miles now on a tire, which has predominantly been all single track. I'd say 90% of it single track. So I'm going to review this MotoZ tire today for you guys and kind of let you know what I thought about it and how it looks after 700 miles of true hard riding, not just going down the road. So the tire I've been running is a MotoZ. The MotoZ is made in Australia, and it's made out of a natural rubber compound. So it does wear really well, and as it wears, it still has an incredible amount of traction. The tire that I chose to run or had is called the Arena Hybrid. So it is a full knobby tire. It started out with nice big full knobs on it. As you can see, there is a lot of wear. I've got some chunking, but I did ride some really extremely rocky trail, which really chewed the tire up. And as you can see, the rest of it, it wore quite evenly. Despite the fact that the center knobs are almost completely flat, they're still pliable and soft and have an incredible amount of traction up even root faces and things that you might think are slick. It grabs onto and actually adheres to fairly well. And again, I think that's because this is a natural rubber compound, so it is a little bit softer. Just to show you the wear all the way around the tire. For 700 miles, or actually 699, I'm just 1 mile short of 700 miles on this thing. It's performed incredibly well. It hooks up, like I said, in all kinds of different terrain. I've ridden everything from super loose, almost Baja type dust up in Montana because it's been so dry, to very rocky, sharp rocky surfaces in both Canada and northern Washington. So I put this thing through the ringer in quite a few different riding areas, again, different terrains. I just came out of the Gifford Pinchot forest where there is a lot more root exposure. I even went through some snow, and like I said, surprisingly, this tire has hooked up really, really well, and in my opinion, for the amount of miles that are on it, it's worn really, really well. So yeah, I would say don't be afraid. Go out and get yourself a MotoZ. It's a great tire. It may actually not have been the best tread application, but again, I had the tire when I left home in Minnesota, and 2 months later of non-stop riding some single track, this is what it looks like. I'm actually going to swap it out for another MotoZ, and I'll review it once it's worn out.